The sun is perfect, and you woke up this morning. You have enough language in your mouth to be understood. You have a name, and someone wants to call it. 5 fingers on your hand, and someone wants to hold it. If we just start there, every beautiful thing that has and will ever exist is possible. If we start there, everything, for a moment, is right in the world. You don't need to be busy. You don't need to justify your existence in terms of productivity. Rest is an essential part of survival, an essential part of us. When a dog lies in the sun, I imagine it does it without guilt. As I grow older, I think that resting might actually be the main point of life. To sit down passively, inside or outside, and merely absorb things. To think of a clock, a cloud passing by, the distant hum of a traffic, a bird singing. It can feel like an end in itself. It can actually feel and be more meaningful than a lot of the stuff we are conditioned to see as productive. Just as we need pauses between notes for music to sound good, and just as we need punctuation in a sentence for it to be coherent, we should see rest and reflection as an essential part of life that is needed for the whole to make sense. It is okay to be in this space. The transition, the messy middle, the space in between. You moved on, but you haven't yet arrived. You've left behind what you needed to, but the puzzle pieces haven't all yet come together. There is messiness. There is waiting. There you are, resting. There is uncertainty. You're wanting to rush, but everything is moving slow. You are wondering if you will get to where you want to go. But where you are is perfect. The messy middle is for doors to close and new doors to open. This transition period is where things come undone so that they can be put back together. This is a season of just being, of trusting, of resting, of learning. This is a season to pause and to take a breath. Have love for yourself. You are exactly where you need to be. There is a reason the sky gets dark at night. We were not meant to see everything all the time. We are meant to rest and trust under this bold, full, dark sky. Because no matter how heavy the shadows fill the night, in time, we will see morning sunlight. We will see that even though we were tired, weary, and we could not see the ground beneath our feet, somehow we will move forward. And it might take years to see how all of this comes together. We might not always see the pieces fall in place in all the time frame in which we desired. But this does not have to stop us from resting. The trusting that we will not always be here. We are not stuck at this stage. As terrifying as they may be, our present uncertainties will not last forever. The pieces will come together in their time. We will grow in the way we were meant to, older and wiser each day. And that is a beautiful thing. Even when we did not notice it, even in the darkness, we are on our way, growing in grace, in wisdom each day. In between where you are and where you want to be, there is endless, boundless peace. There is an opportunity to be still. As you find yourself in the gap between the past and the future, knowing that this is the space where you were called to come alive. And it's okay if you feel uncertain here. You don't have to have it all figured out. You are free to take this moment by moment and see the wholeness of it all. Some things will be difficult. Some things will be easier. Some things will make sense, while other things will leave you in questions. But altogether, these mountains and valleys create a landscape where somehow, through it all, everything will find its place.